What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Slushy coming at you all with yet again another reaction. And today we have Fresh and Fit. Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you all. Their videos are that good, bro. I mean, there are people that don't like them, but I, for one, like them. They're low key addicting. I like hearing everybody's side. I like the diversification and women that they bring on. I mean, even men, you bring on everybody, and everybody gives their side. The women come on and tell their truth, and there's facts thrown in and all that. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna go ahead and get straight into the video.
You said what, gender is a social construct?
It is. Gender is a social construct. Y'all can look this up. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I really don't give a fuck, but it is a social construct.
Lord of mercy. Okay. This is a great show.
Bitch, I really don't give a fuck.
We can tell.
I don't.
All right, penis check.
It is not a social construct. It's a biological construct.
Male and female is a biological
Yeah.
concept.
So men and women.
Men and women is that's gender. That's social construct.
Wait, can you explain that, please?
Male and female. You're in nursing school, right?
Are you
Male and
saying
female.
no, no,
Sex, sex, gender, two different things.
Yeah, they
So
are.
gender is a social construct. It is. Look it up. I'm
No,
not,
I just mean
I
like
don't-
go further in your explanation on why
You
you
are a
said
legend,
that.
my friend.
Yeah.
You're a legend.
That's what I'm trying to
No,
understand.
no,
Yeah,
no, please.
You're one of a kind.
I just
Explain,
want.
please.
I don't even want
just
to.
give
Like,
me-
I really don't even want to because I don't want y'all to not agree with me. And this is something I read.
No, but it's
I just want y'all to look it up.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. She just says she doesn't want to break down what she's talking about because she doesn't want people to not agree with her. First and foremost, if you stand on what you're saying, you don't need anybody to concur with what you are putting out. You feel me? You say what you say, and that's that. Whether people agree with you or not, whether you're right or wrong. I mean, I'm hopefully what you're saying isn't, you know, completely absurd, but you got to believe in what you're saying. And she's saying that, she doesn't care about what everyone around her is saying, but obviously she does because she doesn't want to give her side, or she doesn't want to double down and explain what she's talking about because she's too worried that people won't agree with her. You feel me? So it's like you already lost. You lost.
That's what I'm trying to learn.
mean,
That's what
yeah,
I'm asking. Like, I really don't know.
It might
I'm
be
lost.
explained.
Okay, from the article, from
She's
what
saying,
I've
like, you
read,
can choose your gender type shit. You can't choose your sex. That's
Hold
what she's like.
no, but it is true. Okay, so from what I've read, from the research that I've,
Teach me.
Hold on.
from the research, look it up. Y'all took our phones. Okay, so from what I've read, gender is a social construct because, like, way back, like Mesopotamian days and shit like that, that wasn't a thing. Like, women and female wasn't a thing. Men were wearing women clothes just because they felt like it type shit. Like, it was a lot of that shit going on. Like, you can please just look it up because you're screwing up your face.
What is she
Making
talking
me feel
about?
like I'm crazy.
You talking about
What is
Roman
she talking about?
Way before that, Roman came after the Mesopotamia and shit like that. Just look it up, please.
Hold on. So you're saying back in the days they didn't have.
See, she wants somebody to look up what she's talking about so bad because she wants what she is talking about to be justified. She wants someone to be able to verify what she's even saying because she herself doesn't know how to. So, I don't know. I mean, she came, if you can't really explain yourself and get people to understand where you're coming from, instead of having everyone at the table laugh at you, you probably shouldn't even say what you said because now you look silly.
Gender roles, or you get to choose your gender and all of this
No,
stuff.
like literally, it wasn't a big concept. That's what I'm saying. Gender roles obviously manifested within history or whatever the case may be.
How?
But
So okay, so what about Adam and Eve? Like,
Not even Adam and Eve.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what started like first concept of gender roles. So that means you don't believe in that concept.
Wait,
No, I'm just asking. Like,
you're
do you?
asking me, do I believe in Adam and Eve?
Yeah, because if that's the case, how did Mesopotamian how did that?
He said
come
he need a
down?
drink
Adam
off
and
that.
Eve is Adam, and that's assuming that I'm Christian.
Right.
I am Christian. I am Christian, but I'm just saying I've read it. It states it's a history thing. When
Well,
you gotta separate religion and history.
Yeah, but it's not a religion thing, because also history is, there's a lot of times that's history that's been erased and rewritten.
Yeah.
So we can't even say history was like the factual history. There's a lot of things in history that's been ripped off pages
Right.
that you have to go look for it that you can't find. This talking
That's why
about
you should
choosing
look it
your
up.
roles and gender, that's bullshit and that's fuckery. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm
'Cause
not telling you to
No,
choose
no,
your
I
role.
know, but I'm just saying that research that these people did, that's fuckery, because how you gonna tell me that you could choose your gender back in the day? So how people was fucking and
No,
making
they didn't. My thing is they didn't choose. And like what I'm trying to say is from what I've read a long time ago, sometimes men would just
Hey, dude in the middle, I don't know. I don't know who he is. You know, if anybody knows, y'all can let me know. But dude in the middle is completely lost, bro. He's just like, what in the hell is being discussed right now? Like he doesn't know how to he doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know how to feel. He don't know what to think. It's just you could, bro, you can see it. It's all in the facial expression, bro. He's like, what in the hell, bro? Like, what's going on?
literally like wear what would be women's clothing, what we would consider women's clothing or a wig, or do things women would do just because they felt like it, not because they felt like being a woman, just because they felt like it wasn't.
Look at him right now. He's tuning all of it out. He's gone. He is gone. He's like, man, I ain't with all this. He done left the building, bro. He left the building. That's how much he cares about what she got to say at the moment, because it's not adding up. So he's just like, hey, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna tune it out.
Like, oh, I'm a man, I should do this, I'm a woman, I should do this. That was going on back then. Like they was doing shit like that. We talking about times where niggas was fucking each other in the ass and shit.
They still do that.
No, they
still
still
do that.
no, they still do it, but it wasn't even like at that time. Gay wasn't a thing. Like you gotta, if you talking about Adam and Eve, you gotta look at Sodom and Gomorrah. They didn't know that shit was wrong. Like if we talking about biblical shit,
Send an asteroid.
send the asteroid, send it, please, because I don't want to talk about this shit. I just want y'all to look
Here's
it up.
Here's the thing. You can say that gender's a social construct. No, it's a biological construct, because the reality is women can't compete with men. You know, you just can't. There was a guy, right, and I hate to use this example for the millionth time, but there was a dude that was like ranked 400 something in this for swimming. He, transformed himself to a woman, put himself with testosterone suppressants, whatever,
Right there.
and he rose up,
Sorry.
right, and he rose up to number one when he competed against women. So, no, it's not.
Hey, let's touch base on what he's talking about right now. I do not feel like that is at all fair for anyone to be able to do. I mean, I, first and foremost, there is no hate to the transgender community. However, if you are able to take all of these, take this estrogen and all that and get these modifications done to yourself or what have you, and then you just suddenly go from, an all men, a, a predominantly male sport or all men sport to an all woman sport. I mean, granted, it's both, swimming. Excuse me. Granted, it's both swimming, but one is for men, one is for women. Uh, as a man, and you label yourself a transgender woman, like you shouldn't be able to just play in that sport, because at the end of the day, bro, no matter what you do, there is still that biological difference within you. Why did I mean, and it was obvious. It was obvious for a man to go 400 over 400th place to first place, from going against men to then going against women. Like, come on, man. You could tell the biological difference is there. And then I see in MMA or UFC, whatever, these transgender women going in and fighting these biological women. Bro, it's unfair, dude. Like, yeah, you know, you win, but I mean, it comes to you a lot easier to where it's like it's no challenge because that's not your realm. Your that's not your competition, bro. Like that's not for you. That's like this is the analogy that I use. That's like LeBron James going into the WNBA and then everybody being amazed that he can dominate that. You should be able to. Like nobody should be impressed by that because it's like, what the hell? I don't. I mean, if you all disagree with me, you can, you're free to disagree. You all can. Well, hey, let me say this. We can have the discussion in the comment section. Fair, fair.
It's very real that men and women are different. Now, what you're describing is a man acting like a woman, but it doesn't change the fact that he's still a man.
No, that's not what I'm describing.
She said somebody just said it.
Look,
Okay, girl next to fresh. Gender did not exist as a concept until 1955. John Mooney and his gender theory was next completed, and the 2 male children he experimented on self-deleted. Gender theory doesn't work because it is paraphilia. The theory enables psychosis. So he's saying it's bullshit, is basically what he's saying.
It's not about the gender.
what do you say?
Thanks, fam, from
Yeah.
$100.
I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that a man. You're talking about men and women. You're talking about biological. I'm not saying you can choose.
This dude said gender is a social construct. You got a Bucci or nah? Look, I'm gonna say this. By no means am I saying that this woman is incorrect with what she's saying. I just don't know. So that's why I'm really not speaking on it much. It's just fact of the matter is she can't really back up what she's saying. So that's like, I mean, if I sit here and make a statement and I don't have anything to back that up with, everybody's gonna be like, well, what the hell are you talking about? If I can't back it up with anything to prove my point, she's not really proving her point. She's just saying, oh, look it up, look it up, look it up. Like that's not really doing you any justice.
Choose your biological makeup and whatever the case may be. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying sex is not a social construct. That is fact. That is biologic. Gender is a social construct. Like
Sex and gender are the same thing.
right?
No, I think
sex
she's
and gender is
saying,
not
like,
the same
Literally the same
thing.
exact thing.
Everybody knows that sex and
Like,
gender is
why
not the same
did
thing. But you,
guys
like,
wear
what are you
pants and girls
saying?
wear skirts? Like, who made that? Like, is that what you're saying? Like,
Yeah, it's
who,
the
I
it's
get
the
what you're
concept.
saying.
Like obviously we know sex. You even if you were a transgender woman, whatever the case may be, your sex still remains. Sex and gender is not the same thing. That's like that conversation should even be a topic because like everybody knows that.
But
If
if
you still say sex and gender is the same thing, like you need to read a book.
open up your mind.
All right.
They want Jackson.
I mean, it's not about. I mean, we're totally down. That's why we heard her out. But the argument doesn't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like we were saying before. Like, oh, the 1800s. Like, we're not
maybe like
1800s
gender
anymore.
roles, referring to gender roles. Like, gender roles have been changing. Maybe that's what she meant.
Well, her or her? Oh, her. Okay.
Was it something pertaining to gender?
Like
I
gender
don't-
roles.
She didn't mention anything about
Just
rules.
drop it. I did.
She look like she's low key over it.
Obviously a male and female. Two X's or XY chromosome
Yeah.
determines your sex. But
Yeah.
as far as your role in this world, though, that has been random for years.
How about if you guys feel a certain way about it, just look it up and see how you feel how you want to feel about it after you read on it, like what normal people do.
All right, guys. There you have it. That is the clip that we have discussed today. Everybody watching this, if you like the video, like the video. Subscribe, share the video. It'll help your boy out. Everything that I just asked of you is, free. So help your boy out. I would greatly appreciate it. Anywho, that has been another clip from Fresh and Fit. I will be sure to leave the link to the video in the description below. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Later.